This is MTG Burgeoning, and in this video we are going to update and upgrade our Kathril Aspect Warper EDH deck. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Up and Up series. Today we are updating and upgrading our Kathril Aspect Warper. If you've been paying attention to the recent episodes of the Up and Up series when it pertains to Kathril, you know that we're trying to smooth out those keyword counters. Our commander wants to get as many of them on it as possible, and we want to oblige. So let's pick up where we left off here and let's check out our keyword counter distribution. Here is a spreadsheet looking at all of the current creatures in the 99 of this build, and I'm sorry, let me take that back for a moment. These are the creatures with keyword abilities in the 99 of this build. So far you can see where our bell curve is right now. We're keeping the flying high and the trample high because, let's face it, those are our primary evasion keywords. And if you remember from the last episode and where we came from, our numbers in between are evening out nicely. So let's continue with that trend. We've got 4 new keyword-laden creatures going in. That means 4 creatures are coming out, and we're going to kick things off in this video with the Poison Tip Archer. Here we have a 2/3 reaching Death Toucher for 2 in Golgari colors, and whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Note the text here, it's whenever another creature dies. That dying creature does not have to be on our side of the battlefield. Here we're adding a reach and a Death Touch keyword counter for our commander. Plus, what we're also looking to do is to increase and improve the utility of the creatures with these keyword abilities. So with Poison Tip Archer, we're getting a nice life drain ability tacked onto a creature with 2 keyword counters. Keep that in mind as we continue to progress through this video. With PTA going in, the creature it's going to replace is Old Stick Fingers. Now here we go right away. You identify that this creature doesn't even have any keyword abilities. That's why I caught myself earlier when talking about that spreadsheet that we talked about. That's the spreadsheet that I just showed you guys. Woo, baby, tripping over words like a non-all-star hurdler. All right, so here is Old Stick Fingers. It's an X in Golgari colors, and when we cast Old Stick Fingers, we would reveal cards from the top of our library until we reveal the X creature cards. We put all of those creatures revealed this way into our graveyard, and then the rest in the bottom of our library in a random order. Then Old Stick Fingers' power and toughness were equal to the number of creature cards in our graveyard. A great way to get creatures into our graveyard. But in this build, it's not the only way. We're trying to really push hard the importance of the keyword counters, and we have a lot of other ways to get creatures into our graveyard, so getting rid of the keyword-ladenless Old Stick Fingers, I think that series of words might work. Getting rid of Old Stick Fingers and replacing it with Poison Tip Archer will help us to drain our opponent's life totals more quickly and add a couple of more keyword counters. All right, creature number 2 going in. Oh, you could tell that one's going to be a spoiler soon. All right, MTGBC, creature number 2. It is the Slippery Bogbonder. It's making its way back into the 99 of this Kathril build. It used to be here, got supplanted, and now it has forced its way back because we like hexproof, and that's exactly what Slippery Bogbonder has. It's a 3/3 human druid for 3 and 1 green mana. It has the aforementioned hexproof, but it also has flash. And when Slippery Bogbonder comes into play, we put a hexproof counter on target creature, then we move any number of counters from among creatures we control onto that creature. So if for some reason we have Kathril on our side of the battlefield and it doesn't have hexproof already, and one of our merciless opponents with malice in their heart decide that they're going to spot remove Kathril, we can flash in the Bogbonder, slap a hexproof counter onto our commander, and watch that spell fizzle away. Slippery Bogbonder is in, and it's bringing the hexproof. With that fantastic utility coming in, we are going to replace the Gurmag Swiftwing. All right, this was a 1/2 bat for 1/1 black mana. It has flying, has first strike, and has haste. I do wish that Kathril had some room in his rules text. I'm sorry, some room on his text on the card to fit that haste keyword in there. Because, oh, can you imagine how powerful he would be? All right, but what we're really looking at here, we can't use the haste of the Swiftwing, so all we're really looking at is losing a first strike and losing a flying. So we're adding a hexproof, slightly weakening one of our ultra evasions in the flying part, but let's face it, we have so many other flyers that losing the Gurmag Swiftwing to a hexproofer, we are not going to notice the impact of that loss in any way. Creature number 3, oh, you could see it. Spoiler alert, if you know what the backside Angelic Enforcer, if you know what the front side of that card is, then you know what card number 4 is. But before we showcase number 4, this is creature number 3, and that is the Avenging Hunt Bonder. You knew if we had the Slippery Bog Bonder that the Avenging Hunt Bonder was not far behind. Here we have a 3/3 human warrior for 3 and 2 white mana. It has the double strike mechanic, and that's what we were really looking to do here. We wanted more double strike for Kathril. We are a Voltron deck. We are trying to win with lethal commander damage. And if we get enough counters onto Kathril, and those +1/+1 counters follow, we can one-shot an opponent as long as our commander has double strike, and Avenging Hunt Bonder can provide it. And whenever this creature attacks, we put a double strike counter on another attacking creature. So maybe we have this in our hand and want to get it out onto the battlefield first before it meets its imminent demise. We can throw around double strike counters like nobody's business. So the Avenging Hunt Bonder and the double strike is going in, and it is going to replace, it is going to kick out Basara Tower Archer. Here was a 2/1 human archer for 2 green mana. It had hexproof and reach, and that is all. Remember earlier in this video when we were talking about improving the utility of our keyword-laden creatures? Well, here is a perfect example. We're including the Hunt Bonder and its double strike love, and we're replacing it with a 2/1 hexproofing reacher that does nothing else but sit there on the battlefield or gains dust in the graveyard. All right, MTG BC, we got one more creature going in, and you may already know what it is, so let's get right to it and end this video with the Enduring Angel. All right, now we got some things to talk about here, baby. We got a 3/3 Angel for 2 and 3 white mana. That 3 white mana should not be a intimidating mana value. We're only playing 3 colors. We have some green in the build, so fixing the mana and being able to jam 3 white into casting this if we need to should not be a problem at all. We got flying. We've got double strike. Woohoo, double strike. The Enduring Angel also gives us hexproof. And in addition to that, if our life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead we transform Enduring Angel and our life total becomes 3. Then, if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, we lose the game. So we're gonna flip Enduring Angel over to show Angelic Enforcer. This is a flying angel. We still have hexproof, and the Angelic Enforcer's power and toughness are each equal to our life total. And whenever Angelic Enforcer attacks, we double our life total. Note that this creature has flying, but it will not affect Kathril in any way, because if the Enduring Angel is in our graveyard, it will be so with this side face up. It will not go to the graveyard as Angelic Enforcer. So we're adding another flying. We're adding that oh-so-coveted double strike, a little protection with hexproof, and a built-in, we're gonna not lose the game on this turn potential ability. With Enduring Angel going into the 99 of this Kathril build, it is going to replace the Aerial Responder. Here is one of those creatures with a lot of keywords, but nothing else to it. A 2/3 Dwarf Soldier for 1 and 2 white mana. It has flying, it has vigilance, and it has lifelink. And it has no place in this build because it does nothing else. Enduring Angel's got the flying covered. Vigilance and lifelink are nice, but let's face it, we want that double strike. So we're going to ixnay the responder, and we're going to welcome with arms wide open Enduring Angel. All right, there you have it, MTGBC. At the end of this video, you can check out our spreadsheets to see how our keywords are evening out. And I gotta tell you, they are looking oh so nice, and we're not done yet. This is MTG Burgeoning, a yo channel for all things magic.